வந்து வாஷிங்டன் சிட்டிக்குள்ளே இப்போது இருக்கும். இது வந்து ரயில்வே ஸ்டேஷன் இந்த சைடில் இருக்குது. இதுதான் ரயில்வே ஸ்டேஷன். சரிங்களா? ரயில்வே ஸ்டேஷனுக்கு வெளியே பஸ் இருக்குது. இந்த பஸ்ஸிலே வந்து வாஷிங்டன்னு நாங்கள் வந்து சுற்றி பார்க்க போயிட்டே இருக்கோம். இது ரெக்கார்டிங்க்கு ஆஃப் பண்ணால் ஆஃப் ஆக மாட்டேங்குது. ஆமாம், அதாக மாட்டேன் பாருங்க. ஆஃப் பண்ணால் ஆஃப் ஆக மாட்டேங்குது.
இந்த இடத்துல ஃபுல்லா ஆஃப் பண்றது மேல.
The waterfall and then Appalachia and now this.
ரெக்கார்ட் பண்றியா?
Yes.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Yes.
இப்போ வந்து மியூசியம் வந்து ஒரு மியூசியம் பார்க்க போகலாம் அப்படின்னு யோசிச்சுருக்கோம். பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நியூயார்க் சிட்டி அப்படியே சும்மா அப்படியே பரபரப்பாக இருக்குது.
Perfect. I'll take one vertical, one horizontal. I'm focusing on you and vertically. What you are using.
நம்ம ரெண்டு நின்று எடுப்போனா?
So, this is the horizontal shot. I focus on this and then the
பஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆக போகிறது. ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ. இந்த பஸ்லேயே நாங்கள் மட்டும்தான் இருப்போம்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Once again, my name is Too Cool. I'm the coolest in the world, you guys. Copy that.
Yeah.
And see you later. I'll talk to them. All right, now this is a 15-stop ride. Hop on, hop off, any way you guys like. The loop itself is 90 minutes, so you can stay on for the cool 90-minute loop first and do it last. It is up to you in whatever order. If you purchase tickets to Arlington St. Turn, it'll be a 22-stop ride instead of 15. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
How you been up?
I'm all right. Now, Arlington ride is 30 minutes long. So if you go to Arlington, you won't only be there for 30 minutes unless you're hopping on and off that trolley. That'll make it longer. Our loop is 90 minutes long. And the final 90-minute loop is done at 4 o'clock. So the last trolley leaves here at Union Station 4 o'clock to do the final 90-minute loop to pick everybody up. So keep that in mind.
கைடு இவர்தான் டிரைவரும் போல இருக்கு. எல்லாமே அவரே டெஸ்ட்.
For example, stop 10. Be outside no later than 4:40, so you won't miss that last trolley. If you are at a stop that is close to stop 1, for example,
சோனி அங்கே
be
இருக்கா?
outside no later than 4:05, so you won't miss that last trolley. If you guys have plans on visiting the Spy Museum, we should stop 6. The road to the Spy Museum is closed, but you can still get there from stop 5. It's just right across the street. 2-minute walk. If you guys have plans on visiting the Air Station
அங்கே
Museum,
இங்கே வந்துட்டான்.
stop 4. The Holocaust Museum, stop 7. As well as the African American History Culture, stop 11. Those 3 museums are too late, So I recommend you guys check from your phone.
I know where I'm
See if you have any
going.
availability.
Sony is
Before you
the
actually get off and get in those rides. Sometimes you get in those rides for no reason and they'll tell you that you're sold out. But you can check to see if you're sold out on your cell phone first. Now stop number 3, 8, 9, and 10. I'll give you one more
போயிட்டு
time.
வரங்கன்னா நம்ம வந்துட்டோம்.
3, 8, 9, and 10 are federal ground stops. So when you get off at those stops, you will not see a sign saying Old Town Trolley. So remember where you get off, where you come back, support the next one. Make sure you guys keep that in mind. Those are federal ground stops. You will not see a sign saying Old Town Trolley. So just remember where you got off. Is the you get a better view if you come around.
We'll be going to that.
This is all the states right here to the left. This is very building. We have 36 governor's offices for any governor who comes into town and need a workspace. We also have our news crews out That will be the Hyatt Regency Hotel. We can get on to visit our law enforcement museum, which is straight ahead. We'll eat, fish. We are right now. They roll past and didn't see that emblem. Just say Baba House, because they will let it burn down. They will not put your fire out. It wasn't until Benjamin Franklin came out with a suggestion that they shouldn't charge but yet volunteer. Look to the left, you'll see AD 1916. If you look under that lamp, you will see some of the offices out just
இதா
here. There's a yellow and black emblem. That is the emblem they would give you guys to put in your house. Once again, if they rode past and didn't see it, just be prepared to shock up with a family member because they will not put that fire out. Here we are, this is stop to you guys. The Hyatt Regency Hotel where nobody ever
wow.
when I say nobody, I mean nobody. Alright, trying to get as close to the curb as possible. Alright, stop two. Our Japanese American Memorial is right across the street on the left hand side.
இதோ வந்துட்டோம் வந்துட்டாம்பா
And I really don't think anyone will be coming. They never do. But today will be our lucky day, but it's not. Headquarters. Right here at the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. This is the largest union division we have in America. This is their number one headquarters. So if you are a union member, if you know someone, you can say, hey, I'm actually real past your headquarters. I was in D.C. to visit. Once again, the name of it is the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. This is the largest union division we have in America. Straight ahead of us is our capital. We get a better. It will display 15,000 pounds. So you don't want to pick up like just break it down. Now she faces east because the east from the capital is the main entrance. And that is her way of greeting everybody who comes in. She also faces east because the sun shield never set against freedom. The only one rises on the east. She also is the Tony statue we have here in D.C. Once again, she's 19 and a half feet tall. That's because nothing shall be above or stand taller than freedom. You guys would be surprised how many people actually come here and say, oh my God, it's the White House. It is beautiful. And I have to say, sorry to burst your bubble, you guys, but that is not the White House. Once again, that is our capital when that dome.
அங்கே அந்த சைடில் வரும்போது எடுத்தேன்
That dome weighs
இதுதான் ஒயிட் மாளிகை வெள்ளை மாளிகைன்னு சொல்லுவாங்களே அந்த இது
And it's made of cast iron.
ஆ
They actually designed it in a special way to prevent that those fires from burning it down. Back in the day, the Capitol put on fire allegedly through accident, but maybe our enemies coming into town trying to burn it. Now the cast iron will not let it burn in those gaps you see at the top of it. Will prevent that fire from actually reaching a certain height and they can stop it and put it out. Now if you visit the inside of the Capitol, inside of the dome area, which is called the Rotunda, the dome area inside of the Capitol. So if you go in the Rotunda and you look up, you'll see a beautiful painting of George Washington sitting above the clouds of heaven. A lot of people come into town just thinking
அந்த வரம் பாருங்க
what the painting was like.
அந்த வண்டியை நம்மளே ஓட்டலாம் போல தான்
You'll see the Robert A. Taft Memorial. Robert A. Taft Memorial in Colorado. Now, Robert A. Taft was our senator for 15 years. I'm gonna tell you guys, that man loved his job so much he got a job in office. Right up to this bench, but God rest his soul, he died in his office. He was a senator at the time of his death, so they consider that dying in office. Now, a current lawn is placed up December to a $30 million. This current lawn, if you look at the top, has 27 bills inside. And those 27 bills are representing his father, William Tell. He's right behind you. You guys look a little bit. That big, tall statue in the center of the field. That is a current lawn. Once again, that is the Robert A. Taft Memorial as well. And those 27 bills represent his father, William Taft. He was on 27 presidents. The heaviest bill in that current lawn, it weighs 7 tons. And that is the size of 2 African elephants. So I don't recommend nobody standing under that bill when it's ringing. Y'all feel no better to be ringing too. Officers you see right there, acknowledgement. car, we'll be ringing that bell. Trust me, I'm the driver, and I'll be the first one they drop off. You guys will be just fine. Right here in the center of the street, this is our peace monument, dedicated to the officers, seamen, and Marines who had it during the Civil War. We are approaching stop 3 as well. Our captain, we're in our U.S. Battalion Garter stop. U.S. Battalion Garter is straight ahead. And this is our capital right here, stop number 3. Don't forget that stop 3, 8, 9, and 10 are federal ground stops. Where you get off, and where you go forward, the next strongly. Just keep that in mind, you guys. Here we are. Once again, this is
ഹായ് ബാ അവനിങ്ങനെ തന്നെ ചുറ്റിട്ടുണ്ട്.
செக்யூரிட்டி மெஷர்ஸ் இருக்கு, எல்லாத்துக்கும் சென்சார் கேமராஸ் இருக்கு. நீங்கள் ஊருக்குள்ளே வந்தீங்கனாலே அவன் எல்லாம் செக்யூரிட்டி செக் பண்ணி தானே ஊருக்குள்ளே இங்கே வந்து எதாவது கோளாறு பண்ணுறதா அதையும் மீறி நிறைய இந்த மிட்லிஸ்ட் வார் போகிறதுனால நிறைய ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் நடந்துட்டு 3 மாதம் முன்னாடி அது இஸ்ரேலோட பிரசிடென்ட் வந்திருந்தாரு. அப்போ அந்த ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் தான் நடந்துச்சு. எவ்வளோ 2 நாள் முன்னாடி யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் நடந்துச்சு. இதில் போட்டு எடுக்க எல்லாருக்கும் நீங்கள் பொருட்கள் வாங்க ரெடி பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
Woohoo! Nice. So it's like a parliament. Huh?
Yes. That's the White House. Right over there. I think it's covered with the white building. Yeah.
So White House also close by, huh?
அங்கே இருக்கு, அங்கே தெரியுது தான் White House. You can see the white thing. Yeah, that's the White House.
அங்கே போயிட்டு ஒரு வீடியோ எடுத்துக்கிறோமா என்னன்னு?
முன்னாடி எடுக்க விடுவாங்க, இப்போ க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிடுவோம். நம்ம இன்னும் க்ளோஸ் ஆகலாம், அந்த பக்கம் போகலாம். ஆமாம், முடிச்சுட்டு போகலாம். ஏர் ஸ்டேஷன் So usually they used to allow you to the what do you call that, the yard, the garden yard, but they closed it for some kind of renovation going on the White House. But yeah, I was there on the White House last week. So I went inside the White House. I was so lucky to meet the President Biden. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. So he was right. He was yeah, that's right. But there's a tour too. One garden tour, which will show you the around the White House, like the garden and the whole office. There's another separate tour which is like pretty much there's a queue for like 2 months waiting. இந்த சைடு முன்னாடி என்ட்ரி பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாங்க, இப்போ வேலை நடக்கிறதுனால க்ளோஸ் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காங்க. 2026 வரைக்கும் எல்லா கவர்மெண்ட் மானுமெண்ட்ஸும் வேலை நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு.
எல்லாம் காலேஜ் பசங்க போல எல்லாம்
ஆமாம், இவங்க ஸ்கூல் பசங்க. Since I'm living in here, I can wait for a long time. Yes, yeah, it will be flexible for me. But it almost took me a year to get it because it doesn't open every single time. You have to keep on checking that. Yeah. Outside is like it's a special pass that only people standing cover almost everything.
ராஜ்மஹால் மாதிரி இருக்குல்ல? ராஜ்மஹாலோட இது பெருசாக இருக்கு. ராஜ்மஹால் வந்து இவ்வளோ பெருசு கிடையாது தான்.
அங்கே போயிடலாம்.
Very nice, huh? Look like
அப்படியே அம்மா அதுக்கு தான் நம்ம கூட்டிகிட்டு போகிறோம்.
அப்போனா அந்த வீட்டில்
Okay, you can be there. No issue.
எல்லாம் வந்துட்டாங்க. நம்ம போறப்ப காலியா இருந்தது. இப்போ எல்லாம் it's all right. You guys can go ahead. You want a solo pic?
Below the fountain. அங்கே தான் வந்து.
You guys could see the architecture even if you're not taking it.
Yeah, Sony. Already 11:25.
உள்ள ஃபுல் டூர் எடுக்க வேண்டாம். போய் சும்மா ஒரு பார்த்துட்டு வந்துடலாம். ஒரு வீடியோ எடுத்துடலாம்.
அந்த டோலுக்கு முன்னாடி அங்கே போன மியூசியம்.
அதுதான் இருக்குல்ல மியூசியம். நடந்து போறதா. 5 நிமிஷம் பஸ் வேண்டாம். நடந்தே போயிடலாம். I don't think you guys need a bus. It's like a 5 or 3 minutes walk from the back. Yeah. So let me just
last week. Well, I'll have to keep that in mind next Friday.
But honestly, if you want to see the architecture, you don't need a ticket. You just can go in. The ticket is only for the counter. This, yeah. This is a ticket counter. So if you want to, you can go down and explore and you can go. So you were asking about those two glass materials?
ஃபோட்டோ எடுக்கிறீங்களா? சோனி ஒரு ஃபோட்டோ எடுக்கலாம்.
இந்த ஃபவுண்டைன் பார்த்தீங்க இல்லையா?
ஆஹா
Enzo, I'm trying to be secret, bro.
From safe food and drugs to renewable energy, veterans benefits, privacy protection, to healthcare. From workplace safety to the
Guys, why is that popping? Why is my why is my
of the American Republic is where we express our concerns and our passions, our pride and, when need be, our sorrow and our resolve. What about you?
Alright, Mr. Finn, I got you.
அவரு சென்னை எல்லாமே ஃப்ரீ ஒரே பாஸ் யூ பாஸ்னு ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் பாஸ் அது ஒரு செமஸ்டருக்கு இது $100 தேங்க்யூ
T-shirts. I was about to say that or coloring books. They love it. All right, we're heading over to stop number 8. Right now, the area that we are driving through. Anybody know what this is? So this is called the USDA. Yeah, United States Department of Agriculture. What hits towards it, if you look to the left, look up underneath the windows. You see all those imprints of animals up there? This side particularly overlooked for the livestock. This was a campaign promise made by Abraham Lincoln as he was campaigning to be president. He knew the importance of having a department to oversee the U.S. population through economic strife, hunger and famine. And back then in the 1800s, they were 60% population farmland and farmland communities. Over here to our right, we're getting our very first glimpse of the Washington Monument. This is dedicated to our founding father, our very first president, and the leader of the Continental Army through the Revolutionary War, George Washington. So this has been standing tall in our National Mall since 1884. And it's 555 feet tall. It's about 15 feet thick at the base, and it tapers off to 1.5 feet at the top. There are 2 elevators that are located on the outside of the building that pretty much will take you, those areas right over there to the right, those 2 elevators will shoot you up 500 feet in under 70 seconds, giving you one of the best views of the DMV in Washington, D.C. Later on in the tour, though, I'll show you a second place that's not as crowded and is easy accessible. That'll give you the second best view of the DMV. Now, on the very top of the Washington Monument, there is a very shiny piece that is a 100-ounce aluminum cap. It was put up there the day it was constructed. Now, previously, that 100-ounce aluminum cap was on display at Tiffany's in New York. Now, some people might ask, Nisi, why is there an aluminum cap on top of the Washington Monument? Well, back in the early 1800s, aluminum was considered more precious than silver. Is a living memorial for the millions that suffered and died during that horrible, horrible time in dark world history known as the Holocaust. Out front we have these 2 structures, the tipped over house and the broken family tree, representing loss and regeneration. On our left we have the Bureau of Engraving and Printing coming up. And taking a look at that banner, looking at all those VIPs, kind of tells what that building is responsible for. This one, and one other one in Fort Worth, Texas, is responsible for all of your paper currency. That's right. Every single dollar bill has circulated through that building or the one in Fort Worth, Texas. You could go inside of that building and take a tour and see millions of dollars being printed around you. Only sad part is they don't give out any free samples though. But they'll let you know that our paper money isn't actually really made out of paper at all, but it's made out of 75% cotton and 25% linen. So now that y'all have some of that great information, y'all can go out and do great things. Over here to our right, this is our tidal basin. It's a man-made basin. When they made it, it was 10 feet deep. It also became a place of pure recreation and pleasure during the early 1800s. That's where they had a 3-foot-story diving board, also a boat pavilion, and they also made this their beach. They would put sand out here in certain areas, and they would give out private swimming lessons. Now, none of that stuff exists today, but this houses some of our iconic memorials here in Washington, D.C. We're coming up on the back side of the very first one, which is the Thomas Jefferson Memorial. Now, Thomas Jefferson was the very first Secretary of State. He later on became our 2nd Vice President. Then he was our 3rd President. Going back to the Lady Freedom Rule about no statue should be taller, he is standing up inside of his memorial. He is 19 feet tall. He is 10,000 pounds, and he is made out of bronze. In his left hand, he holds the Declaration of Independence, in which he was the primary author of. Let me know when y'all finish getting y'all photos. You got it?
Got it.
All right. Now, he was also the founder of the University of Virginia. But did you know that he was the founder of bringing back some very tasty recipes from France? Nobody knows?
No.
I bet you eat them. French fries, ice cream, Y'all know what the last one is? Macaroni and cheese. You know dinner time wouldn't be the same without that. Watch out for little hanging branches. I got buses on this side, so I gotta stick to my left. Coming up to stop number 8. And this is where you can see Thomas Jefferson and George Mason. He's over here to your left, behind these trees, in his own private little garden. So he was the founder, or not the, he was the author of the Virginia Declaration of Rights. Let me get out of his way all the way. There we go. You can get by, right? Moving up into 4 outdoor galleries that represent each term that he was in office. Also, there's a 5th gallery back there dedicated to his wife, Eleanor Roosevelt. He's out front. He is sitting down in his specially designed wheelchair because at the time he was dealing with polio himself. This is stop number 9. MLK is right there through the sidewalk. Just walk over there. We don't have a sign out there, but always remember between the 2 memorials at the benches. Those things out. We got a couple people coming down real quick. Yep. Every 15-20 minutes, be back at these black benches. Thank you very much. And then somebody will pick y'all up and carry you on throughout your journey. Now we go over this bridge. On our right-hand side, you're going to be seeing our entire tidal basin. Look at the Washington Monument, and then I want you to look left of that. If you look left of it and look over the bridge, you'll see the top side of a white building that's slowly poking out behind the trees. That is the top side of the White House, okay? And on our left-hand side, you'll be able to see across the water, above the bridge, the building with all these little windows in it. That's the Pentagon. It's the only building in Virginia with a DC address. Did y'all see the White House over here? Did you find it? Look to the left of the Washington Monument, the bridge with the cars going over it. Look directly up from it. That's the top side of the White House. We'll be seeing more of it. We're going to go in front of it when we're on our way to stop number 11. On our left-hand side, that is the Air Force Memorial. Those 3 spires that's sticking up. That's a dedication to the men and women who served in the Air Force. It represents the bomb burst formation, soaring into glory. That's flown by our Thunderbirds. Now, across the water, up on the hill, do you see a small Greek home? It's like pinkish brown. Got a little flagpole in front of it. Just over there to your left, up on the hill. So that's the Custis Lee Mansion. That's also Arlington House. That goes to show you how close Arlington really is. So Arlington Cemetery, when it first opened, it was only 200 acres. Now it has expanded to over 639 acres. We have over 400,000 of our grave buried over there as well. That is where you can see the Military Women's Memorial. You can also see the grave site that is marked by the eternal flame of our 35th president, JFK. Also, you can see the changing of the guard that happens on the hour of every hour at the tomb of the unknown soldier. All you have to do is get off at stop number 10, the Lincoln Memorial, and catch that blue Arlington Cemetery trolley. So now we're coming up to stop number 9. This is for FDR and MLK Memorial by Barack Obama. Now it's dedicated to MLK for his consistent fight for freedom, equality, and justice. Now he was a political philosopher. He was also a Baptist minister and a civil rights advocate. He also was a prominent leader through the civil rights movement from 1955 up until 1968, when he was assassinated at the young age of 35. Now we're coming up on the backside of the Korean Veterans War Memorial, which is over here to our right. When we pass by it, the American flag is sitting in the middle of the Pool of Remembrance. That's where you can go to find all the names of those who died during that war. Also, inside you can see the 38th parallel. It's a lot of intention and detail that went into that memorial. Coming up to Lincoln, his memorial Memorial's over here on our right-hand side. Now, the Lincoln Memorial was dedicated in 1922 to our 16th president, the one who led the nation through the Civil War. He expanded the powers of the government. He also modernized the U.S. and played a major role in the abolishment of slavery. He is sitting down at 19 feet tall inside of his memorial in his storytelling position, which he was very known for. Leading up to his memorial, there are 87 steps representing his Gettysburg Address, 407 years. On the 18th step, you can find exactly where MLK stood in 1963 when he gave that iconic I Have a Dream speech. If you're looking for the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, you're going to go down at the base of Lincoln. Look to the left, look for the 3 servicemen and where the area where it seems like everyone is disappearing under the ground. That is where you will find the wall with over 58,000 names on it for those who died during that war. If you're going over into Arlington Cemetery, look for the blues. You have those 19 stainless steel service members. They are marching on patrol through the rice field paddies of Korea. Now, those members are sculpted in great detail. From the details in their faces down to their uniforms, you can see the actual anxiety and fear in their
பட்டிக்கடை அதாவது அந்த பக்கம் எல்லாம் மரங்கள் செடிகள் கலர்கள் இருக்குது. இங்கே வந்து பார்த்தா பில்டிங் ஒவ்வொன்றும் பயங்கரமான கலர்கள் இருக்குது. அதாவது ஒவ்வொரு பகுதியும் ஒவ்வொரு விதமான அழகில் இருக்குது அமெரிக்கா. Some hot air is coming here, no? From here? Hot air.
Yes.
ஸோ இது உள்ளே இருந்து நல்ல சூடான காற்று அது.
Yeah, we can do that. I was down here during the Thanksgiving Day parade. That makes you sad one.
You go?
No. You don't want to get hit by a police car.
Oh, correct.
So the orange hand. Now this is a one-way street. So you only have to look to this side.
Oh,
and
okay.
this one. But follow the rules a little bit better than the people in the but not entirely.
Okay. சரி, என்னடாப்பா இப்படி இருக்குது பில்டிங்ஸ் எல்லாம். So பெட்டி கடை எல்லாம் நம்ம ஊரில் தள்ளுவண்டி பிரபா தள்ளுவண்டி கடைகள்.
Looks like we're clear.
ஓகே, சட்டத்தை மீறோம். Oh, some structure. Some design பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காங்க. Polish decoration. அப்பா. பிரேமா பில்டிங் லேஸ் அடிப்பர்.
Oh dear.
It's so big.
It's
Massive.
dizzy to look at that.
Yeah. பா வா இந்த பாய் தூரம் நடந்துட்டோம்.